Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Otsi. I create content on sewing tutorials and headwear. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys on how to cut and sew this beautiful luxury bubu. It is very easy to make. This style is a two-piece, as you can see. I'll be teaching on how to sew the upper part, that is the top. So you'll be needing a trouser to rock with the top, as you can see. Also, if you don't want your skin to show underneath the top, you will need to sew inner as well. Or if you have a matching color of camisole, you can wear camisole underneath it as well. So this is my own version of the style that I recreated. If this is what you would love to learn how to make, please sit back, relax and enjoy the tutorial. I used organdy fabric to make this style. I bought 4 yards of organdy fabric to make this style. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please click the subscribe button down below to subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. So without further ado, let's move right to the tutorial. The name of the fabric is called organdy. It is different from organza. It is a higher version of organza. I bought 1 yard of trimmings. This trimmings, I bought it 3,500 naira per yard, and I bought 1 yard just to beautify the necklines. You can use any trimmings of your choice. I bought 4 yards of organdy. Like I said, it is different from organza. This fabric is scarce in the market. I bought it in Oshodi markets. I walked around to look for this fabric. It is only one person that was selling it, and I bought it for 1,300 naira per yard, and I bought 4 yards. Once again, the name of the fabric is called organdy, not organza, but you can also use organza. So I folded my fabric into 4 as usual, and I marked neck width 3 inches. Neck depth for the back, I marked 1 inch. Neck depth for the front, I mark 3.5 inches. Then I connect the necklines. This is my first time of working with this organdy fabric. It is a little bit difficult. Please make sure to pin it. It is very important because it moves around a lot. As you can see, I've cut the back neckline. I only cut the back neckline. So from the center back to where the sleeve will be, I marked 26 inches. So I marked that 26 inches straight down. You can use more than 26 inches if you like, but what I marked was 26 inches. Then I ruled that into a straight line. You can use less than or more than. Whatever measurement I use on my video, they are not standard. It is just my own preference. So you can work with any measurement of your choice. This style does not have any shape. You will just mark the 26 inches straight down and cut it out. It is a very simple style to make, very easy as well. The only thing is that the fabric moves around a lot. You have to exercise patience with it and make use of your pins. Then after marking the 26 inches straight down, the next thing I did, I marked my length, the gown length. I marked 63 inches for the gown length. Next is to cut it out. I first of all cut the gown length, then I'll cut the sides. So after that, I'm going to open up the fabric and fold in order for me to cut the front neckline. So after arranging it properly like so, I pin it down because the fabric moves around a lot. Then I cut the front neckline. The front neckline will be having a slit, so I marked 3.5 inches downward for the slit. So from the folded edge, I slit it open to the 3.5 inches mark. Then I pin it down. Next is to cut the facing. For the facing, I decided not to use the fabric for the facing because it is too light. So I decided to use my leftover Duchess fabric for the facing. So I'm going to place the facing underneath the bodice like so. Then I'm going to trace the necklines on the facing. As you can see, the way I'm taking my time to arrange it properly. Then after that, I pin the bodice and the facing together, making sure that the folded edge aligns together. You have to take your time when working with this fabric. So the next thing, I trace the neckline. I also slit open the front neckline of the facing and I stop at that 3.5 inches mark. After that, I remove my pins from the bodies and I pin the facing because Duchess fabric also move around a lot. So I pin the facing, I pin them together as well. Then I remove the bodies. Then I marked 4 inches round the facing. You can make use of any measurement of your choice, but I marked 4 inches round. From the 3.5 inches slit, I measured 4 inches downward. Then I also measured 2.5 inches inward. Then I connect from that 2.5 inches to the 4 inches mark like so. Then I cut it out. This facing, you are going to cut 2 of it. You are going to use the second one to turn the first one. You are going to cut 2 of it, then you will use the second one to turn the first one. After cutting the bodies, this is how it looks. So all you need to do is to use your facing to turn the necklines. Please ignore this facing that you are seeing right now. After I turned the neckline with this particular facing, I realized that this type of facing that I cut at first did not work for this type of fabric, because the fabric is a transparent fabric. The part that I ironed stay to it was showing on the right side of the facing. I didn't like how it looks, so I cut another one and now decided to cut the facing into two. I used one part to turn the other and it looks fine that way, so please ignore this part. After turning the neckline with the facing, you will come to the edge of the fabric. You are going to fold it into two and sew it straight down. After sewing, you will give it a good press. You are going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. You will fold the edge, you move to one end, you will fold into two and sew straight down. Then you move to the M, you fold into two and sew straight down. You move to the other M as well, you fold into two and sew straight down. After that, you will give it a good press, and that's about it. I've turned the facing with the neckline and I've sewn the sides. At this point, I've sewn the sides, but I'm yet to sew the M, the lower part. It was at this point I saw how the stay that I ironed to the facing was showing on the right side, and I didn't like how it was showing. So if you want to use a single facing, I will advise that you do not add interfacing to it. But if you want to add interfacing to it and you are using a black fabric like mine, that is a black organdy color, I will advise that you use a black stay. If not, I will advise that you cut out your facing into two and use one to turn the other. Then you will use hemming gum to iron the facing down to the neckline. What I'm doing right now, I'm using my pins to place the trimmings to the neckline. Wherever I pin, I'm going to use needle and thread to tack it down later. I'm just pinning it first to see how it will look. You can place the trimmings anyhow you like. This does not have a particular pattern. You can place the trimmings anyhow you like. You can use any trimmings of your choice as well. So what I'm doing right now, I measured 5 inches away from the neckline. Then I start to pleat the bodice to the shoulder. As I'm pleating, I am pinning it down. Wherever I pin down, I'm going to use needle and thread to tack it down later. But first of all, use pin to hold your pleats down to check how it looks. Just watch what I'm doing. It is very easy. After that, you will pick from one side of the back, from one hem of the back, you will bring it to the front like this. Because of the texture of the fabric, you can see it is draping already. You can see the drape on it. You pin it to the shoulder. You remove the pins that were pleated on the shoulder before. You remove the pins and tucking in the edge of the drape. You will tuck it in and use the pleat to cover the edge and pin it down. Then you will arrange everything properly. As you can see, it is very easy. Please note, before you start pleating at all, you must have sewn the sides, you must have hemmed the down part, and you must have ironed your bodies very well before starting to pleat it. Okay, this is the final look, guys. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also, remember to click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Bye.